Bonjour, Kinamagi and Ireland edition of Cuss, and welcome to this production of the My Math Network. Today's lesson, Convert Customary Units of Weight, Chapter 11, Lesson 5. Let's begin today by looking at the results of the homework from Lesson 4. And you notice by looking at this that each pound was 16 ounces. So every time we move up by a pound, this moved up by 16. It's those patterns that we should be used to. Then we compared, and 2 pounds is 36 ounces, so that's less than 30, or greater than 30. 30 is less than 36. 98 ounces is greater than 6 pounds, but not by a lot. 11 pounds equals 176 ounces, and 7 pounds is greater than 109 ounces. Weight is a measure of how heavy an object is, and that also is influenced by gravity. See here, 48 pounds equals 3 ounces, pounds, 13 ounces, 94 ounces is less than 6 pounds. And then an explanation could include something along the lines of ounces, because that would be more precise and closer to the actual amount to help you avoid rounding the weight to pounds. All right. Today we're going to be looking at converting customary units of weight. And you can see that we're doing a lot of pounds to ounces or ounces to pounds, but also some tons into pounds. A little bit longer assignment. With a lot of vocabulary. The essential question of this is, how can I use measurement conversions to solve real world problems? And you should have the packet 825 available and ready, the lesson 5, because we will be soon into that. But first, let's start with the part that's not in the book. How do you convert customary units of weight? Well, if I'm going from a bigger unit to smaller unit, such as pounds to ounces, I'm going to multiply. If I'm going from smaller to larger, like say 32 ounces to pounds, I'm going to divide. And what I multiply or divide by is based on the conversion rate. Complete the table by writing the equivalent measure, 16 pounds. Now to solve this, I'd have to multiply 16 times 16. This I'd multiply 1.25 times 2,000. 408 divided by 16. 38.75 would be times 16. And 32,000 ounces divided by 32,000. Let's see our answers, what they would be here. 256 ounces, 2,500 pounds, 25 and a half pounds, 620 ounces, and 1 ton. Wolf weighs 123.5 pounds. The dog weighs 56.25 pounds. How many more ounces does the wolf weigh than the dog? Show the steps used to solve. Well, what I would do is first I would subtract 123.5 minus 56.25. That's the difference, the how many more. And that's in pounds. So then I would multiply that times 16, which would give us 1,076 ounces. Not too often that we do a problem like that. All right, let's bounce into the book. Example basic is on 825, and there's a number of highlighted words here. Weight is a measure of how heavy an object is. It's different than mass. Like if you took the mass of my body and put it on the moon, my weight will be less, but the mass of my body remains the same. A pound is a unit of measure that's equal to 16 ounces. And a ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. So we'll begin on this page here. And with example, basic. A newborn lion cub weighs about 5 pounds. How many ounces does the cub weigh? So what we'll do is look at converting. Let's make sure it's set there. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So 5 pounds, we're going to multiply 16 times 5. Because of the commutative property, I put the 16 on top. And then I multiply. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So about 80 ounces. And I could check my work there by dividing 8 by 50, 80 divided by 5. And that would give us 16. So go ahead and write that in. Give you a moment to do that. Remember when I say I'm going to clear the screen, that it gives you a second to pause. And if you are done, we're going to be moving to the top of the next page. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the screen. You see the answers. You see our key concept that's on page 825. And it's not a bad idea to write this down somewhere. And now let's look at the top of 826 with example niche. As with units of length, units of weight in the customary system can be expressed using different units or as fractions and decimals. So convert 56 ounces to pounds. I could do the multiplication. 16 does not go into 5, but it goes into 56 3 times. And I know it's 3 because 16 times 3 is 48, and I know that 16 times 4 is 64. I watch a lot of basketball, okay? You got to give me a little grace on that. I subtract 56 minus 48 is 8. So it's really 3 remainder 8. The remainder of 8 means there are 8 ounces left over. That happens to be 8 over 16. You see how this right here, the remainder is the numerator. That's your denominator. So I have a lot of ways I could write this. I could write this as 3 pounds, 8 ounces, 3.5 pounds, or 3.5 pounds. All 3 of these, this one, and this one, are expressing the same thing. It's just a matter of whether you use the multiple labels, whether you use fractions or decimals. Let's go ahead and fill that in. And we'll move forward in just a moment here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clear the screen. Now it's time for you to practice. I'd like you guys to do numbers 1 and 2, and then we'll check how you did. When we're doing these, please pause the video while you solve it, and then unpause when you're ready. Go ahead and pause the video now. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. 3 pounds equals how many ounces? Well, there are 16 ounces in a pound, so we multiply by 16. That gives you 48. This is going to be the same ratio, 2.5 times 16. So that's 5 halves times 16 over 1. That should give you 80 over 2, which is 40. So 40 ounces. All right, third one. Let's just kind of do you a favor here. We're going to divide. 32 divided by 16 is 2. So 2 pounds. I know that wasn't part of your list. How to compare 22 ounces to 2 pounds? Well, I want to convert it to something that you can compare. Right now, we're at apples and oranges, or ounces and pounds. Personally, it's easiest to turn this into ounces. It's more specific. 2 times 16 is 32. So now we know that 22 is less than 32 because we're talking ounces. Let's give you a few more practice. I'd like you to do these 4. Pause the video, complete them, and then unpause the video when you're ready. Go ahead and pause now. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. 96 ounces is 6 pounds. 7 ton is 14,000 pounds because you multiply by 2,000. Here you divide it by 16. Here you're multiplying by 2,000. And here you're dividing by 2,000. Let's bounce down the list just a little bit. And I'd like you to do these 4 problems, numbers 12, 13, 14, and 15. Pause the video and I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. 4 ton is greater than 7,500 pounds. Half ton is equal to 1,000 pounds. 1,200 ounces is greater than 72 pounds. And 6 pound, 11 ounces is less than 117 ounces. Reminder, the homework does have quite a bit to do. There will be a Google form, although if you're in person, I recommend you use the paper copy. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Have a minute, Gijigat, Minwa, Bama P.